why society infantilizes women. Okay, specifically women. Society constantly does this, right? You see talk show hosts, politicians, corporations constantly infantilizing women. In case you don't know what this word means, by the way, the word infantilize means to treat someone as a child, to deny someone and treat them as if they're immature. They're unable to accomplish on their own. They're unable to rely on themselves. Again, to treat them like, an infant, right? As if they can't do for themselves. Why does society continue to infantilize women and treat them as children? Essentially coddle them, pamper them, right? Every step of the way, in almost every facet of their life, to the point where we've created a generation of very soft, very fragile, very easily triggered, very vulnerable, over emotional crybabies, right? Where they expect things to just be given to them, handed to them, without having to work for it, without having to put in the same effort, energy, risk, and sacrifice that men do. And that's why so many people are saying these days, like, oh, women, most of the feminist movement is women wanting to have, the same rewards that men have, but without the same responsibilities, right? They want everything men have, but they don't want to take, they don't want to do the work, put in any effort or energy. They just want you to give it to them, because we've created this generation of spoiled brats, right? And essentially, if you look at most modern women these days, again, not all women, and I don't want to paint all women with the same broad brush, because there are a lot of, phenomenal women out there who do great things, and they are not, sitting there playing victim, or crying or whining about the invisible boogeyman, or the patriarchy, or old white men keeping it back. No, they're just making things happen. And those are the women I respect, because they're not sitting there, spending all day hashtagging on social media, women supporting women. No, they're just making things happen. They're like, I don't care about the gender or the skin color. I that's just how I was born. I can't control what God gave me. I'm just trying to produce value in the world and make a good life for myself. So leave me alone, right? It's the same with people who identify, with their ethnicity, and, they make their entire life achievement about their skin color. And it's like, yo, you didn't have anything to do with that. That's the way you were born. That's insane that somebody would want to, champion something and make a big deal about something that, genetically God gave you, right? It's not like you built that. It's not like, that's some sort of achievement, right? Because it's not. It's just, that's the way you were born. So it's just insane how society continues to patronize women by essentially just patting them on the head, and treating them as if they're just, children that can't do for themselves, right? And funny enough, like, a lot of these women just eat it up, and they perceive that as respect. I would not perceive that as respect. I would be offended by that. I would be offended if somebody was being patronizing towards me and just giving me little pats on the head, as if, I'm getting, they're giving me some consolation prize. That's just telling me that you don't think I'm good enough to do it on my own. I'm good enough, strong enough, or mature enough to accomplish things on my own. So, it's very condescending, which is what a lot of these corporations and politicians and late night talk show hosts do when it comes to, basically supplicating to women, right? Any women that I come across, I'm pretty straightforward with, and I respect them enough to be honest with them and blunt with them, even though they don't like it, even though, a lot of times they will try to clap back at me because they don't like what I'm saying. But I respect them enough to tell them the truth and not, lie to them to their faces because I feel like they're inferior to me. But I mean, we've created a generation of women who are essentially soft, right? They become a bunch of big softies who are easily triggered, mostly by the truth. It's almost like if you want to keep these women happy, you have to continue to lie to them and continue to, patronize them and feed into their narcissistic delusion, in this fantasy world that, they're powerful and they're strong and they're independent when they're anything but. They're weak, they're soft, and they're easily triggered. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. But this all comes from, society at large, just essentially, like I said, infantilizing women. Right? I mean, if I was a female, I would be just highly offended by it. I mean, I would reject this whole woke movement right now that is basically trying to pave the way for women and do everything for them and, just blow open all the doors for them. I'd be like, no, let me do that on my own. I don't need your help. Okay? I'm not a child. I'm strong enough. I'm able enough. I'm smart enough to do this on my own. I don't need your help. I don't need you to create some movement, some cause for me. I can do it on my own. Right? But this is why, women today are so soft, and they don't want to hear that. But, even them hearing that, I mean, they'll get triggered by that, right? So, what? I'm not soft. I'm not soft. Okay, prove you're not. Prove you're not. Go out there and earn your keep. Go out there and stake your claim and stop talking. It's like, how come you have so much time to yap about this? If you're out there making things happen, if you're so powerful, why do you have so much time to yap and cry about, this invisible boogeyman that's holding you back, or this, patriarchy, right? This patriarchy. Speaking of which, I just did a coaching video on the WNBA, which most people are not even aware exists, right? The WNBA, which is funded by the NBA, funded by a men's league, that patriarchy. The WNBA is, their audience, funny enough, isn't made up of women supporting women. Their audience is made up of, surprisingly, the group that they hate the most, which is older white men. Why these guys are watching women's basketball is beyond me, but that is who makes up the majority of their audience, is older white men, and these are the men that they hate. Funny enough, right? And the WNBA is entirely funded by the NBA. They throw money at them every single year, and they're losing approximately $10 million a season. Never been profitable in 25 years of operation. The WNBA has never had a single year of profitability, yet they keep this financial disaster afloat in the name of wokeness, right? In the name of, basically lying to these women and telling them one day it'll be profitable. And it's like, dude, it's been a quarter of a century. At what point do you just take this, failing business venture out to pasture and just shoot it dead? It's not making a dime. It has, they've been in business 25 years, and you would think by now they would produce some sort of profitability, but no, they haven't. And as a matter of fact, last season they lost even more money. I think they lost $12 million last season, and they can't even give these tickets away, and nobody wants to watch this stuff, but they keep it afloat and they continue to promote it. Even knowing it doesn't get views, ESPN continues to show these basketball games that nobody's watching. Nobody wants to pay for, nobody wants to see. Why? Because they infantilize women, right? Like I said, they treat them like children. Because if they wanted to really treat them like equals, I don't think they can handle it. Because if they were to treat them like equals, they would be like, hey, ladies, you know what? You guys aren't producing money. So if you don't produce any money, which comes from producing a better product, if you don't start producing a better product, you're not going to get paid. we're going to fold the league. And we're just going to spend that money elsewhere where it's better utilized, better invested. You know, if you really want to be treated like a man, that's what they would do. Because if this was a men's league, like many other men's leagues, no matter what the sport, when it didn't produce money, guess what? They folded the league. What happened to the USFL? Folded. Remember? That was Donald Trump's league. Folded. Because it wasn't making any money. You know, the XFL, remember that league? Folded. That was Vince McMahon. Folded. Why? Because it wasn't making any money. But WNBA, nah, let's just keep pumping money into it. Right? We keep pumping money into it because they're women. Right? If those were a bunch of men out there, that league would not be it wouldn't have lasted past the third year. They would have folded that dog a long time ago. No offense towards dogs. Right? But they would have folded that failing business venture a long time ago. It started it's been going since 1997. I didn't even know that until I researched it. Like, man, 1997 and not, 25 years ago and still not a single year of profitability? Really? And they still keep throwing money at it? Like, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So you think by just throwing money at this business, it's all of a sudden going to turn around? But there you go. I mean, this is what happens when you just keep, you just keep lying to women. Because, as I said in that coaching video, I mean, it would be much cheaper to just tell them the truth and be like, hey, you're producing an inferior product that nobody wants to pay for, and you've had 25 years, basically a quarter of a century, to prove yourselves, and you never have, so it's time to fold the league. But instead, what's funny? Even though this league has lost money every single season, last year, they actually had the nerve to ask for more money. They literally went to ask for more money from the NBA Players Association, and they wanted to renegotiate their salaries because they were complaining they weren't getting paid the same as male NBA players who are producing hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. But this is what happens when you create a bunch of spoiled, entitled narcissists. Okay, they're just going to demand and demand and demand, and they're going to be like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Never being grateful, never being thankful. Okay, no, it's just going to be about gimme, gimme, gimme. Right? I mean, the NBA is doing more than enough to keep their league afloat. They don't need to do this. Right? And I think even I think it was the commissioner of the NBA who was helping fund this. He's even getting resentful about this because he can't believe the level of narcissism, the level of arrogance, the level of just, the level of malevolence towards the league that is funding them. No. They're like, no, we deserve more money. We deserve more money. I mean, really, if he had any balls, he would be like, let's screw all of you. I'm folding this league. We're not putting another dime into this. Go screw yourselves. And this was a big, huge mistake. That's really what he should say. And it would be much cheaper. They would save themselves, $10 to $12 million per year from having to keep pumping money into this and keeping this lie alive, because I mean, it really is a lie. I mean, yeah, you should really look up some of these games on YouTube. You'll just laugh your head off at how ridiculous the play is. I mean, just to put it mildly, it's just just watch some of it. But in any case, guys, as always, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Let me know if there's anything I missed, anything you would like to add. Please share them in the comments below. Always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read them. So drop those comments below. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my Alpha Male Secrets channel. I've been checking my analytics, man, and too many of you guys are still not yet subscribed to the Alpha Male Secrets channel here on the YouTube. So please make sure you're subscribed as well. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and you know, just help a brother out and subscribe. And for you guys who love my work and all of this amazing content I'm teaching you here on the Alpha Male Secrets, the best way to support my work is becoming a premium member of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm protecting my content from YouTube in the event they try to shut me down one day. They won't be able to, because all my content will be protected. It is being protected on my private platform. So this is the absolute best way to support my work, is becoming a premium Alpha Male Secrets subscriber on my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which is being hosted on a private platform. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male Secrets content from me. So take advantage of it. Okay, all you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.